a biographical, factual material into a wonderful speech that moved the audience. And Brand felt really at ease at stage because he could create a connection to the crowd. Today, David is going to share the secrets of how he did it in this workshop, and he will present the concept of speaking the rainbow. And this concept of speaking the rainbow was actually featured in the World Speech Day Guide to Speaking in Public. And I'm really looking forward to it because I feel like today I need more colors in my life. So, creating colorful connections. Please help me in welcoming David Martin.
Thank you, Susanna. Thank you very much for that welcome. Thank you. Yasu Athena. Yasas Toastmasters from around the world. And Kalimera. Susanna, thank you for that introduction. The only thing you forgot is my brother-in-law had never competed before when he contacted me in March. And he was a few days before his area contest. He won that contest. He won the club contest, then he won the area contest, then he won the division contest, and he competed at the District 42 finals in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where I come from. That's an amazing story because I've never been to the district finals for an international speech contest. So apparently I should apply my own techniques to getting to that next year. So the techniques that we'll go through in a minute. Now I believe that we are all artists. Later today we will see Toastmasters from across Europe perform their finest speeches. And they will create those speeches with emotions and energy and joy, hope, vision, depth, and soul. And they will create colorful connections with us in the audience, using the very tools we all use as speakers: words, our bodies, and the air we breathe and shape words with. For the next 40 minutes, I want you to believe, allow yourself to believe that we are all artists. We'll change your way of looking at speeches. No longer words black and white on a page or a screen, but something you create connections with in the mind of your audience using time and space. Now perhaps it's easier for me because I'm also a visual artist. I did this drawing over 30 years ago in my bedroom of my parents' house in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. A house from which I could see the Golden Prairies and the Rocky Mountains in the distance. This morning I'm thrilled to share it with you here because it connects my past to my present in this room in Athens with you and with a view of the Acropolis. It also connects my background as a Canadian, my hometown, with all of your backgrounds from around Europe and from around the world. And that's what art does. The best speeches, the best books, films, paintings connect colorfully across time. And they connect with the people in front of them. That's what my workshop will explore this morning. Creating colorful connections. I drew this image 2 years ago. I was trying to visualize how I could, as a speaker, as a performer, as a comedian, create better connections with my audience. And I imagined 7 waves of color flowing out and connecting like a rainbow to my audience. Those colors are things that I call colorful connections that I wanted to make. And I think by visualizing, I have got better as a speaker. And by visualizing, my brother-in-law got better as a speaker, the sort of connections he could make with his audience. And in district, he spoke to 300 people and got a wonderful reception. This is our goal as a speaker, to flow out as a rainbow, and that's my concept, and we're going to explain. You have a handout in front of you. It's not in color. My budget was limited. If you want the color version, it's on my website. It's free. You don't have to sign up for anything. You can download it directly. The color version is there. And we're going to look through that, okay? So what we're doing with, very quickly, because the time is running, we need to get to the international, the evaluation contest at 11 o'clock, so we're going to go very, very fast. I'm going to explain briefly each color, how we use it, and then we'll do a little bit of workshop exercise to practice that with you before the end of the workshop, right? So, very quickly, the first color everybody knows, every Toastmaster knows, is that we create connections with stories, right? This is what I call red emotions. Red emotions, words can spark the red fire of emotion in your audience's mind. This is what we need to do to ignite the fire of red emotions and to blow fire on those smoldering memories of people in the audience. Balraj, our international president, did that yesterday when he talked about his first experience as a chubby boy going to his first meeting or being sergeant of arms. He connected us to our own meetings. Well, I've been sergeant at arms, but I've never carried bottles of whiskey around. But it connected to me, his story there. And this is what we need to do. It's not about his story, it's about the story that ignites in our minds. And this is what you need to think about. Creating that red emotion in the mind of your audience. You do that when you talk about love or hate or anger or fear. Any of these words ignite emotions, right? If I say I love chocolate, you start to think, yeah, I love it too. But I love it because I ate 999,000 bars of chocolate in my past. And that tells me in my present why I love it. So whenever we say love or hate, it's because our past, we're connecting the past. And we don't need to tell the whole story. If I say I love improvisation, some of you in the room would start to connect. Say, improvisation, yes, I love it. I have a good experience of it. Others say, oh, I don't like that. Okay, the fear begins, okay? But not everybody is a Toastmaster sometimes. So we might say, a few weeks ago, I did an improvised speech about Christmas. Christmas connects with more people because suddenly you have smells of a fir tree cut down and in your living room. Or maybe other people remember the smell of baking. So these things start to come back. Christmas spreads more. Maybe I say, at Christmas, my daughter announced she was getting married. Getting married. Suddenly we have more connections because getting married connects to that emotion. The royal wedding last week. Maybe your own wedding. Maybe the wedding you went to when you were 16 and you got drunk at and you met a girl. And so all of these things start to connect. You don't need the whole story. You just need to connect it to the person's mind that you're speaking to. Different stories in the audience come alive. If I say, at Christmas, my daughter ran away. Now we have a different story. Some other emotions coming alive in the audience. Sometimes these are techniques that a famous company called Pixar uses. They give us an emotional moment and then they give us an emotional act. We see the film Coco, Day of the Dead, boy runs away. This is very nice technique. Carlos used it yesterday when he told the story. Last match of Iniesta, I traveled to my hometown. Emotional moment, emotional act. Very strong to get that. We don't need to tell the whole story, tell you the story of your success. No, there's too much. Just connect. This is the idea of the red emotion. We go to orange quickly. What is orange? Orange is the present. Orange is the energy in the room that you're going to use to sculpt stories with this energy. It's what you flow out with and connect. It's present in the room. Okay? As a speaker, you need to use your energy. I can speed up the speech and give you different energy feeling. The dynamic posture can change the energy in the room. When you're a speaker, you change the energy. I can sit down here and I start to change the energy in the room. So, as speakers, we need to be aware of this. And as audience, we are aware of it as well. Balaraj, our international president, has a very different energy from Carlos. It was a nice, generous, intimate energy that he created with. But he sped up sometimes the pace to give more energy at certain moments. Be aware of the energy you're using in the room, how you use it. Your stage presence, vocal variety, we hear all the time, vocal variety, body language. No, we're creating with energy in the room. Start to think like that, and it will take you to the next level. And start to look for it in other people. Next one is also the present, but it's not the same as energy, because energy is a fluid that flows through us, whereas yellow joy comes from within. When we are happy, and when we smile, we radiate. This is your star quality. It comes from inside. As a speaker, you have to find it inside and radiate it out. You don't have to be extroverted. I wrote here extroverted. No, it's the joy that's extroverted. Like laughter. You can't contain. It goes out to your audience. Or smile. It's going to go out to your audience. This is you can work with it. You don't need it all the way through your speech. But if it shows up at some moment, people go, ah, joy, I see it. And that connects. It's different. It can be a smile, it can be warm and relaxed, you can be humorous. Some people talk about, add more humor, add more humor. You don't need always humor, but Carlos used it yesterday, and Balaraj used it yesterday. Both had yellow joy in their speeches at the opening ceremonies. Next one, green. We all need green in our lives. We need green because that is the future. If you are speaking to your crowd, remember to be optimistic. Speak with faith. If you're going to share goals with people as a manager, you need to stimulate them with the future is going to be better than today, right? You can do it. Mr. Obama gave the country 3 words, and he got elected with those 3 words. But he also told people before his story. His red emotional story in his book was well known before he gave those 3 words. So, this is why we need all of the colors, right? So, this is the idea. Planting seeds. This is what you're doing. You're planting seeds in the minds of your audience. Maybe they will spring up. Maybe they will spring up in your mind when you leave the room or when you get back to your homes. You'll start to say, oh, David Martin, that's really weird what he said. But maybe he was saying something interesting that I should try. So these are things that you will do. You will start to think, how can I add in also you and we? Very important, let's. Why? Because green, as you notice, is the middle of the rainbow. You, the audience, is the middle of the speech. We need to think about. One person yesterday, I was at the workshop, he said, it's all about you, the audience, 100%. I said, no, it's only a part of the rainbow, but it's a big part. It's in the middle. The you. When I say you and we and let's do it, I'm speaking in the green part. Work with that color. Next, blue vision. Blue vision. Does anybody remember how I started my speech today? What did I say? The first, no? No, I believe. Nobody remembers I believe? I believe. What is I believe? That's my vision. I started with my vision, what I see. Maybe it's different from what you see. That's why you came to my workshop, because you want something unique, something singular. You can get this nowhere else in the world. What I'm doing today is my idea. It's what I see. Remember I told you, I saw the Golden Plains. I saw the Rocky Mountains in the distance when I was young. I told you my background. Several speakers yesterday didn't do it. You need to tell your audience who you are and what makes you unique. Your accent can do it, but it's not enough. Accent, don't hide it. Give your accent. You are unique. You are singular. You're sharing something with your audience, and they need to know why you are unique. Right? Your background. This is how you become creative. You're seeing my art. This is my art. I created it. It's my vision. So this is what you do as a speaker. That's your blue part. But if you speak too much about I, you're not giving people the rainbow. You're just giving them a simple vision. So, you, I, all of these things need to be in your workshop, in your presentation, whatever you do. Another blue color, there are two blue colors in the rainbow. This one is a deeper blue. Why? Because it's depth. All speeches, all presentations need depth. Depth comes from verticality, hierarchy, structure, 1, 2, 3. 3 ways to do it. Aristotle apparently had a good method of 3 things. Carlos talked about it yesterday. Mr. Balaraj, our international president, also gave us some depth. He gave us his duty before position. Exactly. All of that part was the indigo part of his speech. He gave us some stories. He gave us some indigo. Both did it very well. That happened yesterday. Structure, mastery of structure. I showed you an artist. I showed you my painting. The idea is that now you'd say, well, he does a little bit about colors, right? So I've given you my mastery of subject, okay? Anytime you give knowledge, data, statistics, any type of depth, right? The 7 colors of the rainbow. Ah, the 7 ways to success, the 10 ways to do. It's all depth. But you don't want your speech to be only depth. You need to lighten it with other things. Play with the depth. Hooks and anchors. Hooks and anchors. You want to hook people in with something, and then you need to anchor your speech with depth, right? Hook them in, give them some depth, everybody's happy. But don't give them too much, they'll never get up, okay? Good. Also, rich vocabulary. Anytime you start using words that are 4 or 5 syllables long, it's depth, okay? Rhetoric, similes, metaphors, all of these things John Zimmer likes to talk about. Is John here this morning? No? Okay, good. So, anyways, that guy is full of depth, let me tell you, okay? Okay, good. Here's my moment of depth for you, okay? I put it in there, okay? PhD, right? What is that? PhD. Doctorate. She's got depth, this woman. Carmen Simon, excellent book, Impossible to Ignore. How do you become impossible to ignore? Very good book. It's a lot about red and it's a lot about green, in fact, strangely, but there's a lot of depth there. What did she say? There's no single factor that makes something memorable. It's a combination of elements used in the proper ratio, right? So red with green, with orange, with yellow, with blue, with indigo. We're looking for the proper ratio. The winners today will all have the proper ratio of these colors. And there's one more color, very important to put in your speech, purple soul. We saw red. What is red? Red is what period of time? The past, right? And what is green? The future. And what is orange and yellow? The present. And what is purple? In the moment. You need to have something happening. In a few minutes, we're going to do some workshop exercises. We want people to feel they're getting something in the moment. It's a unique moment. We're doing it in the moment, okay? And this is the idea. I have to look vulnerable as a speaker. At some moment, I have to show my vulnerability to you, that there's something happening in the moment. And this is the idea. Silence gives you that vulnerability. There's this sort of, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Silence, listening to your audience, saying, hey, they're a little bit quiet here this morning. Maybe I need to do something, right? So the idea is start listening to your audience, start feeling how it's working. This is very important. Also, then after the speech, somebody comes up and said, I loved it when you said that. That's timeless. Somehow you made a connection. You don't know how. It came from out there, from your intuition. But you made the connection. When I started to prepare this workshop, I sent an email to my friend from university, 1985. We're going back a ways. I see her, I thought last time, 2014. I sent her an email and said, I'm going to Athens. She wrote back a lot of emotion. I discovered she lived in Athens for 7 years during her childhood. I got paragraphs of emotion about her experience as a child here. And you know what? She also is bidding on a house at the moment in Dublin. And she put down a price of 184 euros for that house. 184 was the address she had in Athens when she was a child. that is timeless. I put that in this speech because it connects across time. And you can feel it. There's a soul in that story somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I had to tell it because it came to me in an email. Use all of those things that come to you. It makes your speech, boom, power. Imagination, creativity, we're going to see it. Imagination is very simple. Imagination is to take one thing and another thing and make a new thing. I took the rainbow, I took public speaking, I made Speak the Rainbow. Right? This is very simple. One thing, a new thing, two things, make a new thing. The speakers that do that, you will see they get the extra wow effect. And it's very interesting. We're going to have an example now. I've presented the 7 colors. We're going to look at a little example. And you're going to tell me what colors you might see in this. Okay? Is my man at the video almost ready? We're going to look over here. This is the District 59 winner from last year. Ricardo Cabet. He could not be here this year. If he had been here this year, he would have probably been in the finals again. He's an amazing speaker, and in fact, he's developing his career internationally now, and he is very happy that I'm showing you this video this morning. We're going to watch just 1 minute of it, just the introduction, and I want you to think what colors he uses. What does he do, and what colors does he use? Don't look at it like a Toastmaster. Look at it like an artist, because Ricardo Cabet is an artist. He is an artist. Zot?
Press the button. Press the button. Ricardo Cabet.
I was 4 years old. My dad told me to call the elevator. Elevator! Elevator! Son, talking is not enough. You have to do something. Press the button. And I pressed the button and said, elevator! And it took us to the 7th floor. Mr. Conda's chair, fellow Toastmasters and friends, when you want something, do you just talk about it? Or you actually do something? Raise your hand if you want peace on earth. My question is, what button do we have to press to get peace in our planet? 2 months ago, London was attacked. The terrorists drove a car on the sidewalk.
Good introduction. Did you like Ricardo's introduction there? Does anybody know what is the first color he used?
Red.
No, not red. Orange. You said orange? Why did you say orange?
Because he controlled the energy, he went down on his knees.
Exactly, right? As soon as he went down on his knees, we saw an energy different, okay? This is a movement, first movement, dramatic gesture, orange, right? What did he do next? He went to red. Who said red? You said red? What did you see, red?
The stories and the emotion.
The story. What was the story?
Child.
When he said, when I was 4 years old, huh? He didn't even give the whole story. We don't know the whole story, right? When I was 4 years old, what? The past, right? So he was right into red there. So, and he said, when I was 4 years old, my dad, okay? Dads are very important. Mothers are even more important, okay? They connect red, okay? Any family members, girlfriends, boyfriends, you see, I was at the international finals last year in Vancouver. You see a lot of that, I can tell you, okay? So, dad, connect, boom, you got the family story happening here, okay? We got red, we got orange, red. Next color? Next color?
Yellow.
Yellow, yellow. How did he get yellow?
Laughs and
How did he get laughs? How did he get laughs?
he called
Call the elevator. Call the elevator. Ah, there was some orange as well. No vocal variety. Okay, so we can mix colors. Okay, you got the yellow, you got the orange again with the vocal variety, and then after you get yellow, you get what color usually? Ah, but if you get a laugh, you should get. If you make a laugh, you should pause. Pause is what color? Purple, exactly. Silence, silence, okay? This is very important, the complement. If you get yellow, you have to get purple, okay? So the idea is here, he went to yellow, and then he went to a pause. That's purple, okay? The silence, okay? Very important. So we got that. Then what happened next? He stood up and he said, what?
More peace.
Do you want peace? What color could that be? Do you want peace? We got green, we have the U, yes, green, U, what else?
Indigo.
What?
Blue vision.
Indigo, indigo, why is it indigo? Depth of peace, no? He didn't say, do you want souvlaki? He said, do you want peace? Peace is deep, no? Okay? You don't understand? Do you want tacos? No. Do you want souvlaki? No. Oh, yes. But do you want peace? Oh, he added some depth to his speech, right? So that was good. And then what did people do? They put their hands up. What color is that? Orange? No, it's not orange. His was orange, but what is it? What are you doing there then? In fact, you're in the moment, okay? That's the purple part. You're back in the moment. You're getting people, this is unique. I'm putting my hand up, okay? People were using it yesterday, okay? They're making you in the moment, right? So this is the idea. We're doing something unique here, right? So we got that. Then he went to something next about pushing the button, no? We can push the button for the elevator, or we can push the button for peace. Exactly. Amazing imagination, right? So he press the elevator, press peace, press the button for peace. He made a new thing, right? Press the button for the elevator, peace, press the button for peace. I don't know, you're all young people. Me, I'm a little bit older. I remember the Cold War where people talked about pressing the button for nuclear war, exactly, okay? I never in my life heard press the button for peace until I saw Ricardo. It was imagination, okay? So this is what you can do. Two things, one boom, new thing, right? Last thing he said when he moved over here, what did he say?
Wasn't that one just blue? I mean, that was original, wasn't it? Enacting it in this one.
Yeah, that's his originality. That's his, it could be his creativity, but it's also the imagination. We feel as the audience the imagination there. What did he do? He walked over here and he said 2 months ago, there was a terrorist attack. What color is that? Red, red, red. He went back to terrorism. Fear, terrorism. Just the word evokes red. It's like, oh, terrorism. Everybody has a story. Everybody has an idea. Right? So that's just what he did, Ricardo, okay? You understand the colors? This is how you create. You create something that is very, very tight. You take out, you say, what am I doing? I'm using this color. I'm using this color. I'm using this color. I'm creating with colors, okay? So, let's see. Let's play a little bit with colors now. We're going to play. So, we're going to find somebody just with next to you, one person. We need two people together. Decide who is number one and who is number two, okay? So, you can stand up or you can sit down. It doesn't matter. You can say, okay, you're number one, I'm number two, okay? So, just put yourself together. You're somebody you're going to speak with, okay? All right? Good. Can you go, Zort?
Because I don't want to touch that first.
Okay.
We all started doing this.
So, you ladies here, you want to come up on stage? You don't want to come on stage? You want to come on stage, you do? No? I need one couple to come on stage. One couple to come on stage. One couple, you want to come? Okay, you two come on stage, okay? Okay. Okay. So we're going to do a little exercise. We have 10 minutes here. We're going to do about 10 minutes of exercise now. You two on stage, you're going to demonstrate, okay? So come over here on this side with me, okay? We're going to demonstrate this little game that I made. Is on my website as well. It's just so people get familiar with the idea of playing with colors, okay? There's nothing complicated here. Just the idea, we're going to play, we're going to see what happens, okay? Again, in the moment, I don't know anything. This game is random, it's not prepared. These people are not prepared, they've never, okay, whatever. So, what we're going to do, we're going to ask Zord, he's going to give us which one is number 1, which one is number 2. Number 1. So the first what's your name? We need a microphone. Sorry, we need a microphone. You have this one? Is good? Turn it on? Okay. So we need a microphone. Turn it on. How do we turn it on? There's a bottom. That's good. Okay. Try it out.
It works.
Hold it a little bit away. Good.
It works.
Okay,
It works.
perfect, perfect, good. So, we're going to turn over a card, and the first card, she's going to try to create, in less than a minute, the color on the card using what is there, okay? Good, turn over the card. Flip, flip, flip. Okay, he's going to move it up. Okay. So we're in what color here? We're in, everybody see the color? Purple, right? So we're going to do something. Purple. As you speak, use a word you see on a paper, wall, object near you. Okay? So, Rose?
Use a word. You mean use it, as in...
Exactly, speak with that word. Nobody, that's orange. What you're doing is orange. Okay, speak, speak.
Oh, as I speak, I use a word I see. Okay. What I was doing there was I was shuffling, because I saw the word shuffle.
Oh, okay, speak about that.
Speak about that? Well, I actually shuffle a lot. I don't pick up my feet. I'm kind of like this shy, type. I look down, I shuffle. I really don't walk with confidence.
Okay, that's good. So, she took the word up here, and she improvised on it, and she was in the moment. She did even create it with orange as well. So in fact, that was very good, right? So we saw she created with what was given to her, and she created in the moment. That's the idea of purple, okay? So she was in the moment, right? Okay, we're going to try again. A new card. You're number 2, right? Reset. Okay, now we're in green. Okay, good. So this is your challenge, okay? All right. Any subject you want, just say what the benefits will be for your community, country, city, or the world. So this conference, for example. Tell the room.
I'll choose something else.
Okay, something, whatever.
Something that I did this morning. Recycling. We had to clean out our apartment this morning, so that because we're living, and we had to take out all the trash. And what I used to do in Denmark, I live in Denmark now, is that I got very used to recycling. Paper separately, plastic separately, the rest of the garbage separately. But I wasn't sure about grease. I had actually lower expectations. But once I went outside and took my garbage to the garbage bins, I actually saw there is a separate trash for
Okay, stop
paper.
here. Did anybody see green here? No. Exactly, there's no green here.
Okay.
He's telling stories in red, okay? He's not using green. He did not say the world will be better if you do recycling, okay? So you have to think, now we're going to play the game with your neighbor. What is green? Green is you and will. Will. Greece will beat Paris because they recycle here. If we recycle more, we will beat the other cities around us, okay? This is the idea. How can it be better, okay? So, good job, but you were in the red, okay? All right, so the idea is, you get the idea? Okay? So, we're going to now give you the time. Think about how to create that color. If you don't succeed, it's not a problem. We'll put up another one, then we'll put up another one. It's just the idea to familiarize yourself, right? Okay? So, with your number 1. The number 1s are ready? Okay, we'll take a new card. Okay, you two can sit down. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Ula. What color is this? No, in fact, it's indigo. It's indigo. Okay. Okay. It's indigo. Okay. Because Honesty, freedom, beauty. These are deep, like peace, okay? You can talk about peace if you want. Talk about honesty. This is depth, okay? Freedom. Let's have a speech about freedom. We're in Athens. Democracy. This is depth, okay? Just say something deep, okay? And that's the idea. We'll give you 1 minute, okay? Okay? All right.
Abstract concept. As humans, we all know we're wrong. It's interesting now where we are, we don't give us much of a sense of community. We tend to become little gods and isolate, which is sad because I found that you need to have this process that comes from because if you leave the marginalized communities to fend for themselves,
Okay.
and they turn to
That's good.
crime and other ways that benefits everyone else.
I see people laughing. Laughing is not, okay? Deep indigo is not laughing, okay? Okay, we'll stop. Sorry, you can put a new card. Okay. Now we're going to go with blue, no? Blue, the other one, the number 2s, do the blue, no? What do you say? You begin with my name is, and I, and you talk only about your vision, what you believe, what you think, what you see, who you are, I am, okay? This is very good, okay? You need this in your speech, okay? You need to tell people who you are, okay? But so, do that with their number 2s, okay? Number 2 is very easy, okay? Okay. Is that clear? That's good. That's good. Everybody has an idea. It's a little bit different. A little bit different. We'll try one more. Try one more.
Up till then, you were just, you were another club.
Okay, so go back to the number 1s now. Number 1s, you're going to try to get some humor, right? Get some laughter. Think of a funny film. Think of a funny book or video you saw recently. Maybe of a cat or doing something, right? And try to get that one with humor, but try to be smiling and use that energy of joy when you tell that story. You say, yeah, I was watching this video. It was just so crazy. I watched this video and there was this sort of a vacuum thing going down the floor and a cat pushed out his foot and the vacuum went in the other way. And it made me laugh. It was so stupid. And this is just to get the joy, right? And that's the idea, okay? So we give you a minute. Again, this is for the number 1s, huh? Number 1s, okay?
It's a scene of, I think it's called The Game, and it's a bunch of board game, but somehow reality gets confused at the end of it, and somebody is trying to kill them. And so the man sneaks into a office to look up information about who's trying to kill them, and in walks a white dog, a beautiful white fluffy dog, and somehow because he is cut, all this blood ends up on this dog, and he realizes if the dog walks out, it's going to be evidence that he's in there. So he grabs a towel and starts to rub the little white dog that has a spots of blood, and the little dog turns pink, and it's entirely pink. And he's like, well now, if the dog walks out, it's really going to be evidence that I'm in here because the dog walked in white, and now it walks out pink. How does that happen? I cannot hide.
One more, sorry. One more. No, change another one. That was blue. Okay. This is just easy one, okay? Right? modulate the pitch of your voice. Use a high voice and a low one, okay? Again, telling whatever you want, but the idea is that I can get really excited and speak with a lot of energy. I can get really deep and sexy. So the idea is modulate your voice. Oh, well, that was an exaggeration, but exaggeration is yellow, okay? Exaggeration is yellow, okay? So the idea is just say something random, whatever you want, but modulate. Try to get the energy changing in what you say, okay? We'll do it just quickly. This is for the number twos, huh? Number twos? Okay. Say something.
Sorry, I was about the presentation.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up now. We're going to wrap it up. That's good, thank you. So, I'm going to wrap it up. George, you can leave it again. Go back. No, you go, leave the game, yeah. Leave the game. Good, so, time is short, I need to wrap it up, and unfortunately, there's a good energy in the room. There's a lot of orange now. That's good. I'm going to give you one test here. What is it? The test, okay? This is a test, okay? I just pulled this out of my pocket. I've got all the cards in my pocket here. I just pulled this one out. Shout out the color that's on this card, right? Express your joy and gratitude for being alive today. Say thanks to someone or for something. What color is that on the card? Express your joy and gratitude for being alive today. Yellow, exactly, yellow, okay? So when I come up here and Susanna says, oh, here, gave me a beautiful introduction, I said, oh, thank you, Susanna. I'm expressing yellow. I'm expressing joy, right? And that's also a very important thing to do, right? So this is the idea. We're going to play with the colors. We'll go quickly forward here. So remember, we can balance the past with the future. Balance the energy with indigo. If you have a deep speech, you need to give a lot of energy, vocal variety, and move your speakers. You can't just give them, oh, indigo. You have to keep a lot of energy when you're giving that. If you're a comedian and you're giving humor, it doesn't work. You have to humor, silence, humor, silence. This is complementary colors. This is how it works together, okay? We could go more into that. The last thing is to sum up, your audience does need these things, they do expect these things, and they're expecting emotions, energy, joy, hope, vision, depth, and soul in a speech. So look for them today. My green message for you is that if you look for them this afternoon in the speech contest, you will start to see them. If you look at the workshops that you see today, look for them, start to think about it, and it will start to give a little bit of a seed, will start to grow in your mind. And if you need to talk to me over the weekend about that, I'll be here, and we can have a very nice discussion about that outside. But today, we have to wrap it up now. We're in the red card. Red card, emotion. She's sending me the emotion of leaving you. I'm leaving you with the emotion of joy also, because thank you for being here and all that. And the last thing is, put your idea, remember you put your idea at the center and you're going to radiate out. If you take these 7 colors, you will connect like a star with your audience by using these 7 colors, okay? So make yourself a star, use this, and you will become a great speaker in the future. Thank you, Susanna. Come back up.
Thank you very much, David, for showing us all the colors of the rainbow. As an appreciation, I would like to give you this gift. And you mentioned that you're an artist. Well, I'm not.
Whoa!
But I would like to bring the colors of the rainbow
Yeah,
to
and
this
I have a
certificate.
gift for you also. I take from my rainbow bag here, okay? So. You're an official member of the Rainbow Connections
Thank you very
Club.
much.
Colorful Connections Club. Thank you very much. We just get out of the light. That's really touching to have a rainbow from you. Thank you.
Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the conference.